Bungie has just announced a massive nerf to the exotic chess piece for Titans called Heart of Inmost Light. A lot of you know this, a lot of you use this right now because it's so unbelievably strong. It basically makes any subclass for Titan god tier because you just get your abilities back so fast. In today's video, we're going to break down update 7001 and all the little changes that Bungie sprinkled in here. A lot of the stuff in here though is stuff that they've already covered, so we don't need to read through every single bit of this because they've already covered this in a variety of other articles. They're trying to be pretty thorough here with these patch notes though, so if you want to go through and read it all to yourself, you can, but I've also already covered videos. So let's go ahead and scroll down to the new stuff and the most interesting stuff that's happening from all of this. We've got the quality of life updates, we've got gameplay and investment involving armor and all of that, and then here we go, we got the exotic armor changes right here. We have Khepri Sting. True Sight is now granted when damaging an enemy with a smoke bomb. Additionally, when you have an undetonated smoke bomb on the battlefield and have not been made invisible by a smoke bomb, you gain significantly increased melee energy generation. So a little buff to Khepri Sting there. We have Heart of Inmost Light, reduced duration of the empowered ability buffs in PvE to 5 seconds, down from 10 seconds. Reduced bonus class ability regeneration while empowered to plus 25% per stack in both PvE and PvP, down from plus 150% and plus 38% respectively. That's a massive nerf right there. Heart of Inmost Light, RIP to Heart of Inmost Light, and sad noises for all the Titan mains down in the comments below. This change is intended to decrease how easy it is to get and maintain a 2x empowerment bonus in PvE, as well as reduce the total amount of bonus ability energy provided. The goal for Heart of Inmost Light is to remain strong in ability-focused builds while giving room for other exotics to shine as well. We'll see how that goes when it goes live. The Bombardiers now cause targets damaged by explosive to become severed when used by a Strand Hunter. Got it. So Bombardiers on Strand Hunter could be pretty good. We've got Chromatic Fire has been updated to work with Strand. Mantle Battle Harmony is updated with Strand. Verity's Brow with Strand. Huntress Helm triggers weakened burst off Strand melees. Very interesting. Claws of Hamakara will not provide an additional melee charge when equipped to a Strand subclass. Claws doesn't even work with Strand. Interesting. Apparently it would have been too OP. Armor that supports coloration and appearance change based on your currently selected subclass has been updated with Strand, includes the following. Got it. They've updated all the armor sets and backup plans and all of that. Weapons, they have a bunch of crafting changes that they've already covered. A variety of these and a bunch of changes to exotics here. We've got Queenbreaker, Ruinous Effigy, Leviathan's Breath, 1000 Voices, Sunshot, Polaris Lance, Two-Tailed Fox. Stuff that we've already known about. Prometheus Lens is getting Incandescent Perk and Catalyst. We got Grand Overture, Manticore. Tractor Cannon fixed a crash when Tractor Cannon was firing large groups of stasis crystals. Got it. Fourth Horseman fixed an issue where this weapon had received an unintended 20% damage nerf, so a buff to Fourth Horseman, which is pretty crazy. Apparently it was doing a lot less damage than it should have been, so Fourth Horseman should be pretty nasty for burst DPS now. Thunderlord fixed an issue where this weapon's lightning strikes could disrupt your teammates. Got it. Then we have perks being updated to work with Strand, Osmosis, Golden Tricorn. We already knew about this stuff. Rewind rounds being used on non-fog weapons. Eager Edge getting an adjustment. A good one, that is. We've got some changes to Vice Stinger, a nerf to Vice Stinger. The Wellspring perk has been bugged for a long time now, and they finally fixed that. So that's awesome. Happy to see Wellspring finally be a viable option. It's always a good for getting your abilities back, so should be good on some weapons now. We've got abilities, and they have rescaled efficacy of Discipline Strength and all of that. Tier 10 stat should be roughly what Tier 8 is right now. We already knew about this before. They're also reducing some of the orb generation from certain supers. So Arc Staff increased the maximum number of orbs that have been created from 5 to 7. Keep that in mind. Some changes across the board to supers and how much orbs they make. And then we have some melees being changed here. We've got Weighted Throwing Knife, increased base cooldown from 109 to 137. Increase the Lightweight Knife base cooldown as well. Proximity Knife, same thing. And Withering Blade goes down from 113 to 100. We've got Titan Supers getting an adjustment. Fist of Havoc getting 20% PvE damage buff. We've got Glacial Quake getting the orbs changed. A lot of these supers getting orb changes. Sentinel, Burning Maul, Hammer, Thunder Crash. We've got Ward of Dawn getting nerfed from 13,500 damage to 8,000. So should be a lot easier to pop a bubble. So we'll see how that works in the future. We'll have to do some new bubble popping damage tests. We've done those in the past. We've got melees here. Ballistic Slam now suppresses the attacking player's base melee for 0.9 per seconds after landing. So as follow-up melee can be performed. Got it. You used to be able to Ballistic Slam and then immediately melee afterwards. So they've fixed that now. Shield Bash increased base cooldown. Seismic Strike base cooldown. Same thing for Hammer Strike and Shield Toss. Aspects Knockout reduced base melee damage for players from 60% to 50%. reduce full body damage bonus first players from 25% to 20%. Warlocks get the same orb treatment for the Warlock roaming supers as we've seen in the others. We got Chaos Reach, they've already covered that in the past as well. Melee Celestial Fire gets an increase to their base cooldown. Incinerator Snap gets a reduced cooldown, so Incinerator Snap buff. Umbral Blast gets reduced base cooldown from 114 to 101. We got some aspects, and we got grenades here. This one's really interesting, actually. Lightning grenades are getting an increase to PV damage by 20%. Storm grenades increase the base cooldown from 105 to 121. Flux grenades from 182 to 152. Pulse grenades increase PV damage by 20%. So that's a really nice buff right there. Pulse grenades should hopefully help combat some of the Heart of Inmost Light nerfs to Titan. We'll see. Solar grenades, healing grenades are getting an increase to their base cooldown. So from 82 to 91, trip mines are getting adjusted. Solar grenades are getting adjusted, and they're getting an increase by 20%. And one other thing that people have mentioned is that Starfire Protocol is not mentioned in here at all, nor are Star Eaters with Golden Gun Hunters. Those are two things that are unbelievably overpowered currently in Destiny 2 prior to Lightfall. And if those don't get adjusted going into Lightfall, they will be ridiculously broken and so good for boss melting and everything else that Starfire does. So we'll see if that happens. Titan's getting the shaft big time in this one. Titan mains out there, definitely some F's down in the comments. We've got some other adjustments to the different fragments in the game. We've got Solar, Ember of Tempering. We've got some new ones as well. Solar Grenade Final Blows Heal You, which would be absolutely insane for Starfire Warlocks, right? That would be nuts. And we've got a bunch of other things. We've already covered this in the past, though, so I don't want to reiterate a lot of stuff that we've already seen before. So keep that in mind. And then they have some adjustments to emotes, power and progression, seasonal updates to engrams, energy focusing chests and keys. So they're going to be removing umbral engrams, and you're going to have keys that are going to drop. And that's pretty much it for all of the changes. Let me know your thoughts down below. And let me know if I missed anything really big. I tried to comb through all of this thoroughly, but there's a lot here. And make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2 Lightfall. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.